Glorious. Friday morning, not a cloud in the sky. You won't be able to pick this up from the video, but I think it's about 12 degrees, but that doesn't matter when you can just about still feel the power from the sun. I'm today going to meet up with Danny, and we're going to head off to somewhere I've never been before. I'm sure it's only about 10 minutes away from here in Suffolk. It's an old, I think, abandoned World War II airfield with what looks like an American-style diner within the land. So we'll go there, grab a coffee, see what that's like, and then, I don't know. The weather is so beautiful. I'll see where the wind takes me after that. And with regards to weather, maybe a bit chilly, but I always feel when I'm on an American cruiser, I at least have to do some of the rides with an open face helmet. It's just part of the cruiser experience. Oh, and I love this. This t-shirt, Indian. I got this t-shirt for one of the first ever Indian motorcycle press bikes I ever did. They sent me a goodie pack about 4 or 5 years ago. And it's still one of my favorite t-shirts. I love that slightly vintage retro look that Indian logo gets. I'll have this t-shirt forever. Change of plan. It's such a nice day, we decided to come about 45 minutes away to a place I haven't been for about a year. TTT Motorcycles in Sudbury. The last time I came here, about a year ago, I've just realised was the time when I decided to ride my Bonneville through thick or very, very deep flooded water across a road section. I tried to make my mind up, shall I go through it? Decided to, and then I destroyed the Bonneville. But more important than that, I discovered one of my favourite motorcycle spots in the UK. This is a little hidden gem, very unassuming front. You'd have no idea how big it actually is inside. We'll grab a coffee, we'll grab a bite to eat, and we will enjoy all of the bikes. I'm sure the stock's changed a lot in the past year since I've been here, so I'm really excited to see what's inside. love this place. It's incredible. It's like a museum, but everything's for sale. So you can just come here, easily spend a couple of hours just looking at the bikes. And the fact they've got coffee and bites to eat as well. It's such a ridiculously fun way to spend a morning. Okay, there's so much to see. I don't know where to start. So I think what I'll do, I'll flip the camera and try and give you a decently swift tour of everything. But they've got things from 125s to almost brand new bikes to Tourers to big BMW GSs to everything in between. So I'll try and make this under 5 or 6 minutes of the entire place. This is going to be a challenge. Starting off, the second you get in, these are so rare to see on the road. One of the big Indians, £15,000. Dan, are you enjoying it? I'll let you go then, Dan. You never see these on the roads. These look incredible in the red paintwork with the brown seats, and have a look at that dash 2015 plate. But right next to that, polar opposite end of the spectrum, Honda Fireblade. This one is £3,300. This is a perfect start because this is exactly what I mean. That the fact that you can have one of the biggest cruisers on the market next to a super sports classic, another Fireblade next to it, and another Fireblade next to it. That is a phenomenal looking lineup. I need to move quicker, otherwise I'll never get through everything. I think they are known as the jelly mold Hondas, then the workhorse of the Suzuki Varadero. One of the classics, there's no sign on that, but I know that to be the Honda Blackbird. I think that was one of the first hypersports tourer bikes, £2,500, another Honda there. Then on to Yamaha RD250s. These are always going for good money. I mean, take a look at that, almost 10 grand. These are such popular bikes. And then you've got a lineup of more Yamahas ranging from about £7,500. These are probably more popular than any other type of bike at the moment. They are hugely in vogue. I'll carry on around this way. Rough and Ready. I love that with all of the patina. Honda for £3,000. Coming around there to a Honda sports bike. Honda Shadow. Gigantic Goldwing. Glyn and Danny enjoying themselves there. A lineup of classic Suzukis. GT750 at £9,500, and I love this one. This is the big GT750 in burnt orange. £10,500 for that. And look at that, you've got a nice little chill out area there, a few sofas, bit of TV on, right next to a Dalek, and next to the canteen area, which is a very good size. And then there's a pool table over there, and at the very back there are a couple of Ferraris. I'll carry on and whip round to this way. Beautiful old Triumph Bonneville 750. £7,500 next to an equally nice, might that be another Bonneville as well. Triumph Tiger, brand new Mutt Motorcycles. Beautiful classic Vespa, and for £3,750, that is one of the old Triumph Daytonas. So rare to see that, and with the twin headlamps on the front. I mean, that is a proper classic, £3,750. Kawasaki 250. Coming around here past the classic Yamahas, £4,000. Yamaha RD15 there, £2,700 for a classic enduro type off-roader. Big BMW GS. I mean, you'd have to have at least one GS in every spot. Round to the real classics here. I love the old BSAs. That's £5,000. with one of my favourite logos, BSA Motorcycles, Birmingham, with the 3 rifles just placed next to each other. Beautiful looking bike, and another BSA right next to it, but this is the Firebird Scrambler, 650, and this is in stunning condition, and the price reflects that. So that's £11,200, but really special condition. I don't think I've ever seen one of these ones in the flesh. And then another BSA there next to a Laverda. Laverda 125. Beautiful looking Moto Guzzi Custom. Again, never seen one of these. This is what I'm repeating it, but it's like a museum because so many of these bikes I've never seen in my life anywhere. Rudge Special. Is that another? Wow, look at this one. Really old BSA with the little Made in England sticker at the bottom there, but this has got to be, wild guess, 1940s or something like that. Smith's clock, made in England. Italjet bikes. Here's another one I've never seen. I hope this, or the camera picks up the scale of size of this bike. Kawasaki Z1300. That is colossal. That would be a 1985, I think, model. And take a look at the width of the tank with those square clocks. And it goes all the way around to 160 miles an hour with that gigantic square headlamp. CCMs, again, really nice bike. Still British made to this day. Triumph Explorer. The ever popular, look at this, Harley-Davidson 883 Sportster, and of course, the most in vogue bike at the moment that has been sold. Mild bike here. Triumph Speed Triple, 1050, 130 horsepower, single-sided swing arm, aluminium frame. I know everything about these bikes, I love them, and I rode one of these from England over to Croatia on a 10-day trip. They've got a glorious, glorious engine. Yamaha XJR 1300, another Yamaha XJR 1300. Off-road Honda, you can see the workshop there with all of the guys working on that and all the bikes lined up along the left-hand side, the likes of Bonneville's, another Triumph Speed Triple, Kawasaki's, loads of other stuff. Lineup of SWM bikes and a couple of Harley-Davidsons, including the Sports Glide that I love, Yamaha R6, Yamaha Thunderbird. Hello. And I think someone's mentioned one of these. I can't remember the story of these, but this is, someone will tell me if I'm wrong, I think this is a road legal, almost mini bike type model. I've completely forgotten the history of these. It's microscopically small, but I think it's road legal. And that, oh, I'll do one more bit here. Over to the Ducati section. So you've got a couple of arcades there with all of the Italian Exotica parked up here. Take a look at that. £24,000 for the Ducati 916. All in black. Ducati 750. Oh, this is beautiful, that front fairing. If you like the look of that, £16,000. That's a really, really desirable one. The prices of these Ducatis, the Sport Thousands, have shot up in recent years. You won't believe it, but I remember when I bought my Triumph Speed Triple, I was considering buying one of these bikes because it was a similar price to my Triumph at about £5,000. Since then, the Triumph Speed Triple has dropped in price to about 2.5 to 3 grand, while this has gone up to 15 grand plus. And I'll wrap it up with Suzuki GSXR 1100. That's a lovely looking bike for 6 grand. But this is what I'll wrap it up with. Suzuki Hayabusa 1300. 9 minutes. I could have gone on double that length of time. Grab a coffee, get a bite to eat.
That's the marker.
That was an incredible day, so much so that we've ended up being out the entire day. So nice going back to TTT Motorcycles. It's been a year since I've been there, but it's such a unique place. There's just so much to see. It's like an overload for the senses. And the fact that they do food and drink there is a brilliant added bonus, because you can go there, look at the bikes, grab a bite to eat, and then all of the scenery around it, such as where I am now, it's so stunningly unspoilt. In every village that you go past, it's like a village from a film set. They're just locked in a time warp from about 200 years ago. On the way home, probably about 30% home from TTT Motorcycles, I stopped in with Danny because he knows a gentleman at Pi Performance, which is a Porsche performance shop and, what would you call it? A shop and a mechanics. Doesn't sound quite right, but you get the idea from seeing it. This incredible place just up a country lane that you would never expect to be there. Quiet Suffolk country lane. You go up this track to a manor house at the top of it, and just at the side of a manor house, there's this ultimate Porsche used dealership. In fact, it's so good, I just filmed a brief glimpse, but I'm sure I'll go back there and do a full video because there is so much to see there. I think I've only got, go back on Tuesday, I think I've got 4 days left in Ipswich and the time has gone too quickly. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great week all.